Hello, everybody. This is Xandre, and I will be covering the tutorial for the Aquatic Relix zone. This is one of the more simple zones, but the main meat of this is going to be the Knuckles boss fight in Act 2. So, first off here, you want to do a 2-tap spin dash. Start off, and then you want to jump around like this area right here. Um, this down like concave part of the terrain will help you get like a little bit of speed and momentum, and you'll be able to jump over like this pole right here. And then this upcoming section, there's 3 different ways you can do this. So in this video, I go for the one that I would consider to be the medium difficulty way of doing it. And that's where you go right here. You just keep holding right until right here, and then you do like a small mid jump, and then when just right after when you do the jump, you want to actually let go of right and the jump button because this gives you the best chances of actually stopping on the slope instead of just awkwardly kind of moving around or moving down the slope. So if you do this right, then you'll land right on this like slope right here, and then you can charge a 1-tap spin dash up this slope. And then you want to jump around this point. And then if you do that right, you'll like get on top of the loop like this. But my visual cue for this is you see Sonic is in his ball form. You want like this right edge of Sonic right here to be aligned with like this part of the ring, like the left side of the ring right here. And this window seems to be pretty lenient, but that'll be up to for you to decide about what is a visual cue that works for you here. But yeah, get up here, and then you want to do a 1-tap spin dash, and then you want to land around right here. Stop around right here while facing right, and then charge a 4-tap spin dash. So you can just hold down this whole time. You don't have to hold right or anything really. So around here, you want to do like a loop jump. This one is kind of tight. You don't want to jump too early because that kind of puts you in a weird spot where you'll just kind of touch something like this here. And then if you do it too late, then you'll be like this. So I would recommend that you do this loop jump, but if you find it a bit too difficult because the timing for this is kind of weird, then I would say don't try and do it. But this kind of makes like doing the next part more difficult because you need like a certain amount of speed in order to do the next part, which you'll see in a bit. So you're rolling down this this loop here, and then you see that there's this enemy you go through, and then there's 2 ways of doing this section right here. This video shows the easier one and the one that I'd highly recommend over the other one because it involves like a really tight loop or a slope jump here. But if you're doing it this way, the standard way, then I would say like you would want to full jump around here because there's like these couple of like terrain bits here. You want to land on this one, like around like at the beginning of it, and as just basically as soon as you land, you want to do like a small mid jump, so you're not doing one too small that hits this enemy by accident or this wall, and then at the same time, you're landing around this part of the terrain here, and then you want to do a small mid jump there. And then if you do that just right, then you'll go through that enemy. And if you jump too high here, then you'll very likely bounce on top of it. And then you'll get extra height from hitting the enemy, and that messed things up, so don't do that. So now you want a full jump here after collecting that ring a bit after. And then you do another full jump to clear this pole. And then you do another full jump here. There's like a set of 3 rings here. Sometimes I jump in between like the first and second set, or to make things, I guess, a bit more safe, just in case. Jump when Sonic is aligned with like the middle of that, like where that ring was. And then you're just holding right up until close to the point of where you land right here, and you end up being in front of this monitor. You want to let go of right for a bit, and then just wait a tad, and then you want to do a one-tap spin dash, because if you do this too quickly, then very likely you'll mess things up and not get your spin dash out properly, because if you hit this monitor like a bit too fast and you're holding right for too long, Sonic will do like some kind of weird bump where during that bump he can't move or do anything, so you just have to kind of let the game do its thing, and then you can like move on. So one tap spin dash, and then around right here close to like the end of this flat terrain, do a full jump. And then if you do that right, you'll land right there, and then as soon as you go down this slope, hold down to roll. And then for this part right here, while you're in the air and before you hit like this wall right here, you want to tap left so you're facing to the left. And then now you want to do a one-tap spin dash as quickly as you can, while at the same time not messing it up, obviously. So do a one tap there, and then do a loop jump here. I would say around this point is where you want it to happen, and then your hold right here. And then while you're in the air right here, there's like some kind of neat thing you can do where if you like kind of hold left for a bit at some point, like around this spot, and then you keep holding right again, then you can get like a bit of a speed boost like around right here, because you're hitting at a certain angle and all that. So do that if you want, and then there you go. So okay, now I'm going to go through this level a bit more again. So at the beginning I said there was 2 different ways to or 3 different ways to do the beginning. And this one right here is like the hardest way of doing it, which this one saves about, I think like almost a second compared to the one that was shown in that like previous 26-second video, but it's kind of for good reason though. So you just do the beginning as normal, except you want to do like a jump right here. Like a mid, this is like a small mid or a mid jump. You want your jump to look like this basically, and then you keep holding right here, and then your visual cue for this slope jump, because you'll be doing that. I wait for like Sonic's right edge to be aligned with like this right edge of the ring. And then if you do that right, then you'll just barely get up here. Like, you can kind of see how tight that jump is, because I kind of barely landed on here. This one seems to be kind of a hit and miss, but find what works best for you if you want to do it this way. And then, yeah, that's it. You just proceed with it as normal. Alright, now this is the one that if you don't want to do any, like, slope jumps really to get on top of the loop, then this is what I would do. So this is like, you do like the same jump here as like the one that leads you up here, except instead of doing a slope jump, you do like a small jump there, hit the wall there, and then you bop this spring, and then you can just work your way around this loop, and then do like a slope jump around here. This isn't really that tight, I don't think, so try to mess with this if you don't want to do like the 2 other ways of doing the beginning. And then there you go, just hold right, land there, and just do a 4-tap and proceed. And then if you really want to, you can add a bit of speed to this. So you could do like a loop jump right here if you want to to gain a bit more time. Which this isn't that bad either, but that's up to you. And then just do your slope jump there. Yeah, you can jump at any point like around the slope, I think. Like do like a small mid jump, something like that, and then you'll just clear through just fine like that. Alright, so I'll be talking more about the mid section of this level now. So if you really feel bold with this level here, then you can do like this tight mid jump or on the slope jump here. So if you jump around right there, you can like get a good burst of speed, and then you'll land on this slope pretty quickly. And then around as soon as you land, you want to do another full jump, and then you'll clear through like that quickly. I'm not sure the exact time save, but I would say it's like close to a second. It doesn't really make a huge difference though. If you decide to do the beginning slow, but then you'll still get like a 25-second time, but rarely you might get a 24-second time. So you can just go through like that if you decide to do it this way, but like I said, I don't recommend it unless like you'd rather do the beginning kind of safe, but then you want to do the middle like more tight like that. So alright, now I'll talk about a bit more about this jump, because I feel like this part's like pretty important. So if you do a full jump here, but then you jump too late, you'll see this happens. You'll hit the wall, that bug will hit you. And then if you do this jump right, but then you do this one too late, then you'll just hit this wall, and that kind of makes things awkward. And then if you do like all the timing of those jumps right, but then you jump too high for the last bit, then yeah, you'll see that bounce, and then yeah, it kind of messes things up a bit there as well. And that's how it should look once you eliminate all of those errors. So definitely practice this for a little bit, and you'll be just fine. Alright, so now on to Act 2. So this level is going through the level is pretty simple, but the boss is like the most complex thing of this level, but I'll talk about that once I get there. So right here, you want to do a 4-tap spin dash, and then you're looking to full jump around this pole. I like for Sonic to be aligned with like this side of the pole, because you'll jump by the time like you're about right there or so. And then you just hold down for a bit, and then you can hold right. If you jump too early for that jump back there, then you'll end up not getting enough speed, and then you'll very likely fall down these pits. But yeah, you want to go through these 2 pits here. Do like a mid jump as soon as you get there, and then do 2 small jumps. Like, kind of build a rhythm for it, like mid jump, small jump, and then you'll clear through like this. Go up this slope, you can hold right, nothing suspicious here. And then when Sonic is just about almost like visible from protruding out from this floor, then you can like jump off this wall and then touch this red spring. And then for this right here, you want to like hold right around when Sonic is aligned with like the middle or with the bottom of that first ring, or if he's aligned with like the first and two rings right here, but this ring is gone. And then if you do that right, you'll land like that. And then you want to bounce on that monitor, and then you want to get ready for like landing onto a slope and then jumping off of it right after. So there's like this trampoline thing, whatever. As soon as this goes off screen, a little bit afterwards, like I would say like 0.1 second or so after, you want to tap left. And then this will align you pretty nicely for the slope right here. So hold down for a little bit and then jump off of it right after. And then you want to do a slope, you want to like do your jump around like the beginning of this. Don't wait too long at all, because if you do, then you'll like hit this wall, and that really messes things up. You'll lose like a bunch of time from that, so be careful. All right, just keep holding right here, and then you want to stop in between these two pillars right here. Do a 6-tap spin dash. Like or be sure you do this as fast as possible, because if you don't, then you won't get enough speed right here, and then this bug will end up hitting you. All right, so there's two different ways to do this right here, but I'm going to show the first way that I prefer. I don't think this is bad, like, once you get practice in, but you'll see. So get, like, your full jump out as soon as Sonic's on the flat terrain right here. And then right before you land, hold down so you're rolling, and you can go through this bug, because he'll get, like, in your way no matter what. And then so I want to go back here. So you want to jump around like right here, this part of the slope, so you can like bump like the ceiling of this briefly. And then this right here, this part, do like a mid jump around like this part of this the terrain. There's not much room, but it's not that bad to do. And then you'll land like around right here. You want to bump that wall for a bit, and then hit that spring, hold right, and then try to get a loop jump out. This helps out a bit, and then around like this part of the terrain right here, like quickly after, when you feel like the land goes flat again, then do your full jump, and then you'll barely clear out this like corner right here, and then you're at the bus. So I can't fully explain, like, or I can't show you like every possible thing that can happen with this boss, but in general, so this part is consistent always. So when the boss when Knuckles starts, he'll do like some like punching animation thing, like that's something he always does. And then as soon as like he's done with that, then you can spin dash through, do a 1-tap, and then you want to jump like around like right here, so you can get that first initial hit in. But at this point now, this is where the fight is like random, and you have to hope to the gods that your RNG is good. Otherwise, yeah, you'll be losing a decent amount of time here. So my technique for this is I do this boss aggressively, so I do like a bunch of small jumps here to try and like bait him to like fly up like this, because this is what you always want him to do as much as possible. You don't want him like punching a bunch of times, because he can do that a lot, or spin dash around, or anything that just stalls the fight. So you want to try to bait this out as much as possible, but obviously that's not always the case. And also too, you'll have to practice like getting the hits on him, like because this is like a very reaction-based fight. So the more you do this, the better you'll get at like anticipating when he might fly and how you might react to that and hit him. So, and this fight I get like a 49, which isn't a bad time, but considering that if your RNG is good enough, you could get like a 42 or a 43 second time, which is absurd, but don't really ever expect that to happen often at all, because it's only happened to me once, and I've been practicing. I've practiced this boss for a good bit, and usually the average time I get is like 46 seconds or something, or 48, 49. So yeah, just also there's like some certain distance that you want to be at from Knuckles. Like there's some like magic distance that I think might be just a hoax, but it might actually be a thing. But this part right here, he just does like a bunch of spin dashes here, like 2, and then he just punches, and then I forgot to mention too, when he's like punching and all that, he's completely invulnerable. Don't hit him, just wait until he starts punching, or once he jumps and then he glides through. But yeah, you'll be mostly expecting like 49s and stuff. So, let me show like what a 49 second time looks like, and this is like from directly from Boom's run right here. His PB. So, unlike me, he just takes a more like less aggressive approach of standing there instead of doing like the small jumps that I do. Which this is like totally fine. Like if you feel like those small jumps makes things a bit too tense, or if it doesn't feel right for you, then you can certainly do it this way. But yeah, Boom especially emphasizes this magic distance thing, so this distance right here, I suppose, is like the magic distance that you want to be at, and what that basically means is this increases like the chances of him like not punching and stalling, and he'll like jump up and glide. So it seems like it went pretty well right here for the most part, since he got a 46 second time here. But if you're that far away from Knuckles and all that, then yeah, hopefully you get a boss fight around as clean as this. Alright, now I'm going to show like what the 43 second time looks like if the RNG is really good. So he spends like no time punching or stalling whatsoever. He just goes straight to like his jumps and gliding. Yeah, very little stalling time there. Like, if my level's a bit faster, this could have been a 42, but yeah, that is something that happens once in a blue moon, so I guess the last note to say here is the best way to practice this fight is you want to go through Act 2 of this zone, like on your standard like save file for the game, and then once you do that, you can go to the time trial mode of this game. So let me show what that looks like. Let me use a save state that works. So if you go to this option right here, go to Roam, and then you go to Trial. Just put A, because whatever. And then you go to Time Trial. And then you want to select Zone 4-2. And Knuckles' like pattern is based on like, I guess the wake-up cycle of when you boot up the game and like what time exactly you get there, so it's not something that can be manipulated, unfortunately. So the RNG will factor in constantly based on like the time that you reset for this, so like, whatever RNG Knuckles has here, you can reset it and try out, like, a different variation by just clicking on try again. I'm not gonna go straight to the boss fight, but yeah, if, you do want to get, like, a lot of practice with this fight, then certainly do it this way, and, yeah, just keep trying and trying until you get a feel for it, or if you feel comfortable enough, and then, yeah, this will certainly be good practice for this stage. You'll be doing this level quite a lot of times if you're trying to aim for a pretty fast time to the leaderboard, so be prepared for that. And yeah, that's it for me with this zone. Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions or anything of the sort, then feel free to let me know in the comments or whatever. And have a good time practicing this zone, and good luck.